Located just north of Lake Tahoe, Northstar makes for a competitive package on paper. The resort offers fast lifts, more than 3,000 acres of terrain, and a family-friendly atmosphere. However, the resort isn't for everyone, and Northstar falls short in a few key areas that may degrade the experience for some. Northstar's lift infrastructure is a strong point. With the exception of real estate access, every run at the resort enjoys high-speed service from at least one lift. While Northstar can get crowded, the most popular areas have at least two lifts servicing similar terrain. Although unmarked, the Zephyr lift is actually a gondola, with a gondola car following every 10th or 11th chair. As you desire from a family-oriented resort, getting around Northstar is pretty easy. Signage is generally good, and the resort marks which trails have been groomed overnight. Safety bar mounted trail maps on most lifts help you plan where you're going. Some mountain areas have flat traverses to get to or from certain places, but nearly all of these can be avoided with lift alternatives. Our one gripe is the main route between Lookout and Backside, which requires crossing under the Lookout Link surface lift, which may be nerve-wracking for some. Northstar boasts quite a sizable footprint, but terrain diversity falls short compared to other Tahoe area resorts. That's not to say it's truly bad. The resort does offer terrain for multiple ability levels, but you won't find the naturally unique terrain that competing resorts enjoy. The resort sits at a lower elevation than some other Tahoe resorts, and by and large lacks high alpine terrain, such as bowls. Black Diamonds at Northstar are a mix of groomed bombers and ungroomed mogul runs. Some of these runs are always groomed, while others always stay ungroomed, but the groomed status of most of these runs tend to change every few days. An enjoyable beginner experience is crucial for any family-friendly resort, and thankfully, Northstar delivers. Green trails mostly exist in the Village and Arrow areas, and the resort clearly marks many of these runs as slow zones or family learning areas. The resort also has a bunny hill called Big Easy at the mid-mountain base. Although no green trails exist in upper mountain areas, experienced beginners shouldn't have much of a problem handling the Blue East Ridge Run at the top of Mount Pluto. One thing to note though, the Village Run trail is not a good place to learn in the afternoons. This trail provides the main access from mid-mountain back to the main base, and it can get seriously packed with unprepared guests. More than half of Northstar's terrain is rated intermediate, and that's the demographic that will arguably enjoy the best experience here. Every mountain area offers multiple blue groomed cruisers, some of which are relatively short, while others continue for quite a while and allow you to build up speed. Occasionally, the resort will leave one or two blue runs ungroomed. Like some other Tahoe resorts, Northstar doesn't have any double black diamond runs, but unlike some of those resorts, there really isn't any expert terrain here. The most challenging runs are steep and somewhat long, but none of them have truly precipitous pitches. Assuming reasonable conditions, advanced skiers should be able to handle almost everything at the resort. Northstar offers some really nice tree terrain, although woods off regular trails aren't quite as widely spaced as some other Tahoe resorts. There are a number of dedicated glade areas that provide more reasonably spaced trees and less tracked terrain, although during bad seasons without a good base layer, they may suffer from a few bare spots or remain closed. Without question, Northstar boasts the best freestyle setup of any Lake Tahoe resort. An entire mountain area, Vista, is dedicated to terrain parks, and it's designed with progression in mind. The resort offers features for all freestyle levels here, including 2 little stash parks, a Burton progression park, and 2 half pipes. It is worth noting, however, that over the past few years, the resort hasn't been building the extra large features it was once known for. Northstar offers some great views of the valley below, and the upper part of East Ridge offers a solid view of Lake Tahoe. However, the resort itself isn't overly striking. Don't expect a local feel or isolated experience at Northstar. The resort feels ritzy and commercialized thanks to buildup in most lower and mid-mountain areas. Some of this buildup consists of members-only clubs or ultra-luxury hotels, making for an unmistakably affluent atmosphere. For the most part, Northstar contains large, well-placed public lodges around major resort areas. but an unfortunate side effect of the resort's exclusivity will manifest for those who try to stop in at Lookout Mountain's Martis Camp Base Lodge, which is available to members only. This lodge has the general character of a normal base facility, making this reality unclear to some visitors until they try to go in. Northstar sees widely variable snow conditions, with some seasons seeing unbelievable powder and others turning up dry. It's not uncommon for the resort to go weeks without a snowstorm and then see more than a foot within a day. Despite the variability, most non-glade areas ultimately stay resilient thanks to extensive snowmaking operations around the resort, some of the best in Tahoe. So Northstar delivers an upscale, family-friendly experience and impressive terrain parks that those within driving distance should appreciate. However, if you're looking to fly somewhere for a ski vacation, there are a lot better options out there. The mountain is quite expensive, with adult tickets on peak days costing more than $150, and for the same price, you can hit other mountains in the area with more diverse terrain, better lake views, and expert runs that are truly difficult. If you don't have an epic pass, the mountain might leave you feeling shortchanged for what you get.